what's up everybody? I'm Jack. So my last video I made a whiskey sour and I realized that it was a good place to start, but not the best place to start. I should have gone a little bit simpler. So we're gonna start very, very basic. And today we're going to be making a dirty gin martini. So one of the most crucial steps and first step with your martini, if you happen to have a martini glass laying around, you want to chill your glass. If you don't have a martini glass, that's fine. Just use whatever you have in your kitchen, but make sure it's glass. Don't use pottery or plastic or something like that. You're gonna take a couple ice cubes. Put them in your glass. Fill it up and let it sit. Now, the purpose of this is whenever you're drinking a martini, it's almost all alcohol. It's pretty much all it is. You want it to be nice and chilled to a good temperature so that you can enjoy it. And you want it to be chilled from the very first sip to the very last sip. So chilling your glass helps maintain that temperature. Next, we're gonna start fixing our drink. So, again, ice. As I said in the last video, I like a really stiff drink, so I'm gonna put about 2.5 ounces. I recommend 1.5 to 2 ounces of gin would be a really good place to go. I got some really cheap gin here. It's not the cheapest gin that I could find at a liquor store, but it is like the step above the cheapest gin. Feel free to do this with whatever kind of gin that you like. We're putting olive juice in it, so olive juice is kind of strong. It's gonna overpower a lot, so you can use a cheap gin, but a good gin is always a good gin. Next, I got some olives. These are green olives. You can use whatever you want. I don't recommend black olives or Kalamata. Go with a green olive, but whatever style of green olive you want. You can even use blue cheese stuffed olives or garlic stuffed olives. You know, kind of whatever you like as flavor profile. I like my dirty martinis a little dirtier than some. I like that salty olive taste. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 1/2 ounce of olive juice, 1/4 ounce for those of you who are just kind of looking for just that little hint of olive would be good. Because again, we're just trying to make balanced cocktails. You don't want something to be overpowering one or the other, unless it's the type of palate that you have and you really want it to be salty and taste like olives, then go for it. It's your drink. So next, we're gonna stir this. We're not going to shake it. You always want to stir your martinis. Now, some people are going to argue with me on that. Some people really enjoy it to be shaken, and when you pour it, they want ice on top and all that. I honestly, I think that's really disgusting. A martini isn't supposed to have any ice. It should be nice, chilled, well-made drink. So we're going to stir this. And the way we're going to stir this, if you have a cocktail spoon at home, I don't have one, but they're like the ones with the spinny handles. That's designed so that you can twist it and roll it in between your fingers to stir the drink. We're gonna use just a regular spoon. You wanna take the curved side of the spoon and put it up against the edge of your glass on the outside of the ice. And we're just gonna gently twist it and stir it. We're not making chocolate milk, so we're not gonna sit here and do that shit. You wanna treat your drink gently, because however you treat your drink is how your drink is going to treat you. And what I'm teaching is cocktailing for you at home. So if you're at home making a nice drink for yourself to enjoy, do it with that. Do it with joy, with love, with passion, you know. Treat your drink really well so that way when you go to enjoy it, it's going to treat you well. It's an old knowledge that as a cook or as a bartender, even as a creator, whatever kind of energy you're creating a meal or a drink or a piece of art with, is what's going to come out. So if you're angry or frustrated and you're trying to cook yourself something or make yourself a drink or paint something, that's going to reflect in what you're doing. So try to create it with the type of energy that you want it to give you, because this is your drink. So now we're done stirring it. We're just going to kind of allow it to rest for a little bit, because again, we want a nice chilled drink from the beginning to the end. So while you're allowing it to rest, do something to kill a little bit of time. I don't know, juggle. Or stare off into space and contemplate your existence at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it just for the sake of time. So I'm gonna check, we have a nice chilled glass. For your drink, and then garnish. Some people like just one olive. If you have like toothpicks, you can get fancy with it. I'm just gonna drop 3 olives in the bottom of my drink because I'm not that fancy right now. Now here's another very important part. When you go to drink your martini, there's a certain way to drink it. Some people, or some bars you'll go to, and the bartender is going to fill your drink all the way up to the top of the martini glass because they think it's supposed to be full. A martini glass should not be full. If it's full and you're trying to drink it, you're going to be like, and you don't want to be doing that. It's not attractive at all. So there should be some space. And glasses have different sizes. This is a regular size martini glass. So if you can see, there's a little bit of space at the top. That way I can lift it and drink. So when you go to lift your martini, you don't lift from here. You don't want to grab this, because again, we want a nice chilled drink beginning to end. When you grab the top of it, you're transferring heat from your hand into your drink and you're warming it up. And you don't want to drink warm, salty gin. So you grab it from the stem. That's why martini glasses have stems. And take a sip. You're not trying to guzzle your drink. It's not a race. I'm gonna slowly and happily enjoy your martini with a little bit of class. And please, save us all the embarrassment. And don't do this shit. Just don't do it. Cheers, everybody. So my last video, someone brought up that I should be asking for tips. If you like my video, here's my PayPal or whatever, and send me money. Instead of me taking tips, if you like this video, if you feel like you gained some knowledge or that you want to support me in some way, and you're financially stable enough to do that, I'm going to add a link in the comments section or in the description section for a foundation for bartenders that are out of work right now. So if you want to send them some money, some of our out of work friends can sign up for them if they qualify and get some relief funding during this time. So thanks everyone. Have a good night.